Hello! My microphone appears to be working fine, so we should be all systems go. Welcome to the chat though, big ups Blues. Just gonna make sure the TV is on mute, don't want that, and also forgot to turn on the light. I do that from time to time. But hello, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. This is City already with the comments. It's the big one. I can't wait. I'm already nervous. I can't lie. Etihad replicate the 4-0 atmosphere. Hopefully. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. I've gone on my highlight watch. I think I watched 2-1 at the Bernabeu, 2-1 at the Etihad, 4-3 at the Etihad, 4-0 at the Etihad. So yeah, I've been doing that, getting myself mentally prepped. Sorry. I'm a cat sit at the moment. There's a cat literally to my right, and he's climbing up stuff. I'm just not very used to cats. I'm a dog person, as you may have noticed. What's the 1-1 at the Bernabeu as well? It gets you hyped, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, but it doesn't help your nerves at all. Oh my lord. Hey. He's being a crook. I've got to keep one eye on him. But look, welcome to the stream. Today we're doing the preview for Real Madrid. It is a big one, this, to say the least. Like Pep said, I believe in an interview, it's like a derby, in a sense. So, it almost feels like that way too, in its size. I have a cat now, a nice little. I don't have a cat. Well, I kind of do. It's not mine, but it's my brother's. A cat sitting here at the moment. Yeah, he's now calmed down a bit now. But yeah, now then, let's get straight into predicted 11. I basically knew what I wanted to see when I made this 11. Now then, you might be thinking, oh gosh, why did you put him in the midfield? And all that. But I'm going to get into it because I genuinely didn't know what to do with the midfield. Because Nico Gonzalez, have we had any news on him? Is he available? I haven't seen anything. Fit and available. Oh my lord, huge. Nico Gonzalez fit and available. Forget Mateus Nunes. He's in that pivot. Apologies. No, I've only just seen that he's fit and available. Okay, never mind. Nico Gonzalez takes that place instantly. I didn't want to see the slow Ilkay Gundogan. I thought Gonzalez was injured, and so I decided I think I'd rather legs over Gundogan or Bernardo. But yeah, fit and available. So instantly he gets in there over Nunes. My apologies on that. Now this 11 looks a right disgrace. I think he's beneath me. Oh no, he's right behind me. But alright, so Nunes is Gonzalez. Alright, let's go straight to the goalkeeper though. Ederson, I believe he's fit, I believe he's been training, to be fair. So, I think I'd rather him over Ortega. His distribution could be huge for all we know. Nope. It's not a toy. No, neither's my hand. Oh, okay, you can have that. Yeah, but Ederson in net, I want his distribution, and I think in terms of being on form, I think he's been on a bit more form than what's his face? Ortega has. I'm going right back Kusanov. Look, I feel bad for shoving him at right back, but I can't stand to see Nunes be put on Vinicius. Pep must realise that there he is. Just so you know, I'm not joshing. He's now walking on my shelf, which has stuff I'd rather not be walked on. So there he is. And the reason I have a point for Foden is we need Real Madrid to play deep. We need long shot specialists. Yeah. Yeah, Phil Foden can take a long shot, in fairness. Welcome to the chat, Isaac. Big ups. He's trying to get on my window ledge. Blinking heck. I bet you he gets it. I bet you he absolutely gets it. Okay. Oh, you melon. Bro. Get down from there. Oh, bro. Just a bit annoying. Oh, you've moved the whole thing. Where are you? Oh. You made a right mess of my shelf now. I don't know where he's gone. Okay. Wait. For me, I've seen what analysis looks like. Nobbin says, apparently Kusanov isn't good defending out wide. In my opinion, Madrid will probably full on target him. I'm just going for experience with Akanji, hoping he's better with Diaz like he usually is. Yeah, Akanji's not a bad one. I obviously went with Kusanov due to his pace. For me, I would almost treat our centre backs. I'd almost treat Stones, Diaz, Kusanov as three centre backs as opposed to two centre backs and a full back. If you get me, I think Kusanov would probably play more of that role. You know, I don't think Kusanov would be making runs forward or anything like that. I just think he'd be a super defensive full back. Of course, Pep doesn't typically go for that. He is gonna knock something over. Oh my lord. Apparently Kusanov is only good with pace and in a straight line race, not good when attackers are dribbling. You know, that could be a problem. Either way, the right back area, you know, for me, no matter who you put there, I think Vinicius will be licking his lips one way or another. You know, because Kusanov, he might have the pace to outmatch him, but Vinicius probably got the feet. Akanji, he's got the defensive maturity to probably outmatch his feet, but Vinny beats him once and he's lost him. You put Nunes there and he gets best of both worlds. So I think either way, Vinny is probably getting excited for this matchup, no matter who we put there, sadly. So that's why I think Vinny would turn him inside out. And I initially wanted Kusanov, but I've watched some things, I've listened to some analysis, and Diaz must not get a yellow. He'd miss second leg. Yep, got to keep that under wraps. It's cat. If it was a dog, it'd be fine. Dogs don't like climb up stuff and all that. And I've got more experience with dogs. Onto the centre-back pairing, Diaz and Stones. Probably the most sound centre-back pairing we've had in recent history of the club. Bro! He's trying to climb into a box like it's his life goal. I've now completely blocked it off. Yeah, Diaz and Stones probably. What's its name? Name of City players like your dogs are, right? Well, you see, my brother isn't as into football as me, so you're probably thinking it's just going to be some random name. But funnily enough, he named it Kevin. Not because of Kevin De Bruyne, but I like to say that is the reason. So yeah, his name's Kevin. Yeah, we got one dog called Aguero. The other ones is my mum and my mum's. She didn't name her a United player, but that one's called Rocky. We used to have one called Pablo, and one called Zabaleta. Well, we called him Zaba, but it was after Zabaleta. Oh, that's a good coincidence. Oh, yes. Yeah, but Diaz and Stones, look, again, like I mentioned, probably the most sound centre back pairing we've had over recent years. They're both so good. When they're at the top of their game, they are like top 3 centre back pairings in world football. We'll never forget that run: 13 games, 1 goal conceded. Just a crazy run, and they were a catalyst of it. Our defence for that period was just phenomenal. We've had Diaz and Stones once in the last 11 months. I'm sorry, but this has got to be the time to get it. They've both had minutes. Sure, Stones a bit more than Diaz, but they've both had minutes. John Stones is kept fit for more than 3 games. I think you've just got to have it. For me, I think you've got to, because if you don't use it in the big games and you get them injured in the little games, I'd much rather them get injured in a big game but we win because they start, rather than we win a smaller game but they get injured and then we don't have them for the big game. If you get me. Stones' injury record has never been great. That guy could pick up an injury any second. He's had 4 already this season. He's missed 70 days worth of action for City this season. Let that sink in. So, look, we need to use Stones when it's right, and this is the one. When they are at the top of their game, they are the best in the centre back pairing in the world. I mean, yeah. 4 years ago, they absolutely were. They dominated defending. They were so good. And whenever they've played, you always have that feeling of them becoming sound. Pep can't manage Diaz fitness this game. He has to play the full 90. Yeah, absolutely for me. Absolutely. On to left back, Vardiol. I don't really know Ake and his fitness. I would start Ake otherwise, because if we can have Ake locking down Rodrigo, that would be brilliant. He's so good at just locking someone down. He's locked Salah down and Saka and, probably others too. But Ake's so good at doing that. I don't really know if he's fit, but like you said here, save Ake for second leg over Vardiol. I think Ake's second leg could be big at the Bernabeu, where if we go into the Bernabeu with a lead somehow, we're going to need to defend well, because the Bernabeu will be up for it, and we will need to defend well. And if we could have all our best defenders, which I don't know if we will, but you'd like to hope that we will, for me, you've got to absolutely start Ake. Madrid fans hate Ancelotti, and I would assume he would be sacked if he lost this tie. He'll be sacked. It'll be interesting. They've got a great squad to Madrid, and so much pace. Our defence has got to be ready for it. Now then, pivot of Gonzalez and Kova, not Nunes and Kova. I'm going for the pivot for them, because look, Gonzalez, 20-minute cameo he had, and he looked so fresh. It didn't look like Rodri 2.0, but it looked so much better than what we've been putting up with for the last 5 months almost since Rodri got injured. It looks so much better than that. I know it's late in Orient. I know people say that, but look, it's all we've seen, and I think that this is something good. Paris sacks managers for the bare minimum. He would be fuming at going out of UCL before round of 16. He defo go possibility of going trophyless. When I thought he got a long-term injury, I lost it. I was fuming. I know. I'm so thankful he hasn't. Clearly that clearly just maybe fell on it awkwardly, and just it was a tough one to take. So look, if he's fit, which he is, he's in training, so if he is fit, it's not a matter of if. He's got to start for me. He has to be the guy that starts, because we have this guy. If it's not now, then when? We could be cooked if we don't, because Nunez and Kova and Gundo and Bernardo and Kova, all of it is stinking at the park, and Real Madrid's midfield will be licking their lips. Nico Gonzalez takes us up by so much more for me. I just remember when Savio stretched off for Spurs and was back the next day. Did you get stretched? Oh yeah, he did. He got stretched off. I completely forgot about that. Was that in the cup? Was it the cup? I think it was in the cup. Yeah, that is weird. I've literally just clocked that as well. I completely forgot about that. But look, going on to Savinho, a good thing Valverde is at right back. He'd be so good for their midfield. Yeah, the 2-1 Cup loss. This is Sissy forgot to stay humble. Sis glimpse on to the chat. Yeah, Valverde at right back. Look, don't know how he's going to do. Don't know if he's ever played there before. Search up Valverde now. But look, he's a top player, Valverde. I really rate him. I think a lot of people do. And the fact that he's not going to be in the midfield and will be in defence of Tchouaméni. Look, he's played 4 games at right back this season, which I'm going to assume some of those have come a bit more recently due to injury. Look, he's a midfielder slotting out right back for me. We've got to capitalise on that. Glimpse for playing Real Madrid. Whilst your manager is saying he's happy. Whilst your manager is saying he's so happy he's out of the FA Cup. We're going with the famous Man United, and we're going to Wembley, says Glimpse. 3.0 final, imagine. Yeah, but Savinho, I mainly went for Savinho because I know that this guy likes to shoot. All right, no offense to Phil, but we've seen as of late, he dribbles, passes back. He has a shot from time to time, but nowhere near as much as he would say last year. But this year, I think Savinho has definitely been shooting more when he plays on the right. When he's on the left, he tends to whip a ball in. But on the right, I think he tends to have a shot a bit more. And look, none of them have really worked out. But if he can pop one, then it's huge. If he can get one in, it's big. Now then, Phil Foden on his A game. He absolutely starts this game because we know he can just curl one into top corners for fun when he's on his own form. People who want Maresca out are stupid. You got to at least give Maresca the season. Otherwise Chelsea are just going to be going that cycle of sacking managers. You've got to stick with this guy. You got to stick with him, unless it was going horrendously, which it isn't. I know as of late it has been, but in early December, you guys were in a title race. You were being told you're in a title race. That was the talk around the club. Now you're in more of a top 4 race. Top 4 is still decent, and top 5 could even potentially get you Champions League football. He's 4th in the Prem, and people want Pochettino. We need to fully go with the dark arts. Madrid are masters. I want us always in opponent's face asking for yellow cards. We need to be annoying, and we must have Mark Goldbridge tweeting to see our disgrace. Connect, where did you predict Chelsea to finish? Because I know it wasn't 4th. I believe it was like 7th. One quick check will confirm that. No, it's 8th. I had you 8th. But look, onto De Bruyne. Look, I mainly put De Bruyne here because I want Marmoush on the left. I want him and Marmoush to have a game. Where did you put Forest? 20th. Probably my biggest stinker. Yeah, look, I know 20th. Oh, man. I just didn't think Nuno Esposito was crazy like this. I had Southampton 19th and I had Ipswich 18th. Man City have to start winning if you want to finish above Championship Maresca. I mean, yeah, you're not incorrect. Big ups to everyone tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah, but De Bruyne at the cam, for me, I think it's got to happen. Because, look, I put Forest 18th, which is higher than most people. Yeah, I mean, Forest are the surprise package of the season. They've been insane. 3rd in the league, just mental. Absolutely scenes. But, yeah, De Bruyne at the cam for me. He's obviously a top player, De Bruyne. And look, he tends to perform against Madrid. He always likes to turn up against Real Madrid. Just think of the games of the seasons. Even last season, like at the Etihad, he scores the late equaliser. Sure, he misses a shot that could win us the game, but still, he's the guy that put us back into it, essentially. Yeah. Look at our run in glimpse. We guarantee we finish above you. And look, on to Marmoush. Look, the positive of these fixtures is our run is very favourable. What after this bad run? Yeah, I mean, after the bad run, we do start hitting not easy games, but the games that you would back us to win a bit more. So yeah, more games are on the way, and we have been better as of late. And Nico Gonzalez could be good for us, and he's going to add a lot more to the reverse fixtures that we didn't have them. But Marmoush, look, if there's a game to turn up in, bro, it's this. I don't know if would this be Marmoush's Champions League debut? I don't know if any of his former clubs have been in the Champions League. Is this his Champions League debut? It could be, but it definitely is for us. And hey, if there's a time to get your first goal, this is it. If you get a chance, look, Leyton Orient, I said it was a good save on that opportunity that he had. I thought that was a good save by the keeper. I think his name is Keeley. But if you get a chance like that against Real Madrid, you score, no excuses, straight up. Real Madrid, they are for the taking this game, if you ask me. Their defence, the attack has got to be on point. Their defence is not the best, to say the least. They haven't even got defenders. I believe you said Lucas Vazquez is out. Let's just have a look at their last game. 1-1 versus Atletico Madrid, so they would have gone full strength here. Lucas Vazquez, who got subbed off, probably due to injury. Tchouaméni, Raul Asensio, and Fran Garcia. Tchouaméni is a midfielder. Raul Asensio, I believe, is an academy lad. I'm not too sure how good he's been doing, to be fair. I don't know if he's been like the new Ramos or whatever. But and Fran Garcia, I have no idea how good he is either, to be honest. But he's playing at left back for them at the moment. I believe he is a left back as well. And Lucas Vazquez isn't going to be available, which means Valverde will be stepping in there. And look, who would even play Danny Ceballos now. Probably Camavinga. Camavinga is back in training and probably available, so there's a chance to see Camavinga. And to be fair, I rated Maresca until he did that stupid no title race. It's like a boss in work saying we can't achieve this, so of course staff will slack off. Same with football. It's not a coincidence Chelsea haven't been the same. He was so certain they weren't in a title race. Yeah, because he isn't like Arteta. Doesn't want to get overconfident. He wasn't like. Maybe he'll learn from his last new manager, but big mistake. He should have said, we'll take it game by game. I would have avoided all title race talk on a whole if I was Maresca. Don't even acknowledge it, you know. If someone asks you, are Chelsea in a title race, like you say, just be like, game by game, you know, we're thinking about, I don't know, Liverpool on the weekend, you know. That's what I would have been like, you know, and maybe he could be like, at the end of the season, we'll see where we're at, and maybe ask us a question again, and I'll tell you. No, you can't avoid it, but there's a better way to answer it. You don't have to just outright say yes or no. You don't have to outright say yes or no. And he literally said, not in a title race. And don't get me wrong, you know, he's being honest, because I don't think Chelsea are in a title race either, despite how good they were doing. I don't think they were in a title race either. But it's like this is City said. Yeah, I have just said that. You know, I'm talking like 5 games to go type thing. You know, 5 games, not like final day and Liverpool have already cracked open the champagne. Like, no, I'm saying with like 5 games left, that is the end of the season. You're in the very back end of the season. Go back to my work comment. It's the opponent. Yeah, literally. Oh, wrong one. Nope, wrong one again. Yeah, it's like saying yeah, I mean, it's like saying that, you know. I'm trying to think of my own analogy, but it works perfectly. You know, I would have just like said something else other than a flat out no, we're not in a title race. If it was me anyway, I would have just said, you know, game by game, and near the end of the season we'll see where we're at, and we'll work from there, you know. But yeah, I would have just avoided it. But if Chelsea were saying, oh, we're in a title race after being mid-table for 2 seasons, it would just age poorly, which it will have done. He was just being honest because he knew we weren't capable. Yeah, but I'm not saying say that you're in a title race, okay? Let's say you ask me now. You know, we're 10 games into the season. I'm 3rd in the league with West Ham, okay? And you ask me, are West Ham in a title race? I say, we're not really thinking about that. We're not really thinking about title races or even European football right now, okay? We are thinking about the next game, thinking about the Carabao Cup, with the round 3, which happens in midweek. You know, we're thinking about the next game, thinking about the game plan, and then maybe later on in the season, we will look at that. But right now, we're thinking about the next one. I just wouldn't have even really answered that question. I understand he was just trying to be honest, but sometimes being flat out honest isn't the best option. He must have been saying silly things to dressing rooms. See my Madueke comment. What even is a title race? What maternity is that? It's a mistake, and he'll obviously learn for it. Well, he should. Yeah. And look, to round off my predicted 11, I'm going for Erling Haaland up top. I mean, you could sit Marmoush there if you want to throw off Real Madrid. I think the tactic that Alpha Varka proposed was quite interesting. How Haaland at Dortmund would like drift out wide, then whip in a good cross, and then Marmoush makes that run. and defenders might be a bit thrown off by that. I mean, it's not a bad idea from Alpha Varka if he did do that at Dortmund. So yeah, I think that is a possibility, possibly, but I just don't know if Pep is I don't know if Pep will implement that tactic that was used like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, something like that. Yeah, but Maresco saying we're not in a title race isn't the reason Chelsea are doing poorly. It's just, yeah, I know, okay, but it's like saying if I put a goal on the channel, it's like if I put a ridiculous goal on this channel and I said 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, let's do it. Okay, and then it looks like it actually could happen. We're on like 600k in September. Right, it actually looks like it could happen, and then I like go to my dad and I say, "Oh, we're on 600k. We actually might make this ridiculous milestone," and then my dad goes, "Nah, it won't happen." It's like, oh, it's just like it probably messes with the players' heads a bit. Now it's not all on the players, and it's Maresca definitely needs to take some sort of fall for it. At first, I know, Haaland on the wing. I was like, huh? It's nothing to do with mentality. I think that stuff does mess with your head, though. Are you telling me like when someone said that, like when you show your work to someone like school or something, and you said, "Oh, is this good?" And they go, "Could be better." No. That does mess with your head. That's going to mess with some people's heads. That's going to mess with some people's heads. Like, it absolutely is. I mean, I think this comment is an interesting one. I just think it just brings them down a bit. An early goal would be perfect for us. I know. Imagine like KDB gets the goal in 2 minutes, like he did in the 4-3 game, and then we go 2-0 up in 10 minutes. Oh, that was such vibes, by the way. Watching City Extra when we went 2-0 up, because I didn't have BT Sports back then. City Extra is how I do it. I'd have City Extra on my laptop here, and then I'd have like probably FIFA or whatever game I was playing on the screen ahead of me, and seeing goal in 2 minutes, goal in 10 minutes. Oh my lord, it was divine. It was beautiful, wonderful scenes. But that does wrap up the Real Madrid preview. Now then, in terms of my predicted 11, I'll stick with what I went on Alpha Varka's challenge. 4-1, call me optimistic. Chelsea downfall was knowing we could have went to the top of the league versus Everton. Maresca got scared of knowing he could have been top of the league and had to keep the 9 title race. So we decided to keep... You think Maresca actively decided to keep losing? I think that is very interesting. I was watching back, Mahrez and Foden. I know. I actually can't believe it. I forgot about the one that got cleared off the line. Mahrez's shot hits the post, hits off Foden. I was joking. Okay. All right. I was hoping you were joking there, Glimpse. Yeah, Mahrez, the fact that he didn't score that game was criminal. We could have won that game like 8-3. It was wild. I remember City Extra saying that game flattered Madrid. And it really did. We smoked them for the most part. The scoreline just didn't show it. Courtois, fair play. He had a good game, as he tends to do, to be fair, against us, annoyingly so. Madrid got outclassed every game that season, and they win it. Yeah. Chelsea aren't in a title race, Connect, trust me. I'll trust you on this occasion. But look, that does conclude my my preview. Like I said, 4-1 is my prediction. I would love it, but yeah, I don't actually know if that's gonna happen. Just let a man dream. Anyway, so big ups to everyone that tuned in here. I appreciate support as per usual. Preview the other day. I know I put a community post out, but preview the other day that I did. review I did the other day, it smashed the record of highest viewed review on the channel. So that was quite big. So I appreciate everyone that contributed towards that. So, but anyway, thank you for tuning in. Real Madrid tomorrow night and the FA Cup draw tonight. Don't worry, you're not done with me yet. I'm going to schedule that soon. But we're in for a big one tomorrow. It could go wonderfully. It could go miserably. But we'll know in 26 hours. No, not even 26 hours. Like 28 hours, 29 hours. We'll know what's up. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all